sure.
Sinu just cleared PMP. Yes, just right now. 2 minutes ago, she cleared PMP. She works in Australia, and today was her exam, and she cleared it with all above target. Guys, let me show you her score. This is her scorecard. This is so beautiful, Sinu. I'm proud of you. Above target, above target. Okay, Sinu, go ahead. Now, mic belongs to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amir. And it was completely, you've been following up. I just followed exactly, what you have mentioned in all throughout the schedule. I was very concerned toward the middle of the exam. I found it very similar. And I felt like, and I was not able to really choose anything, or to be honest, I got very tensed in the beginning of the first 60 minutes. I felt that I finished quite early, but I felt that I did not read or understand a lot of the stuff. I was answering too quickly. I just finished, so I'm just still in that mood of answering questions.
Why you were moving so quickly when we have agreed many times? Slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down. This is like kind of my mantra. Slow down. So why you are moving so fast?
God, I don't know. For some reason, I was feeling a little tensed, and that was kind of adding in. Yeah. So yeah. So the exam, So exam was like, it had a mix of everything. It was more of like hybrid and agile, and I felt the options were pretty similar. Some of the options were vague, like they were not really specifying what exactly to be chosen, or probably the wordings were such that it was difficult to understand where exactly what to choose. But yeah, almost done. And thankfully, thanks to you, Amir, for all the coaching. I don't think I would have actually pushed myself if it wasn't for your follow-ups.
Yeah, that's why you sign up for my program. So I should change the name of my program to batch program to as a follow-up program.
No, because it was a little difficult with all the timings and work and schedule, and especially on this part of the world, it's difficult to get somebody to all the time help with everything. So I knew next time that I had to respond back to you. So I used to really push myself. But like all the PMP aspirants have mentioned before, you will never get it 100% complete. So if you have done, and if you have said it's a go ahead, it's a good on your score, just move ahead and schedule it.
Okay, Sinu, let's talk about a little bit more about exam in a context, how it has worked. So let's go to the flashback. Let's go to the back. So why did you wanted to become PMP? What were the things that motivated you? Can you give us the insights in that? What basically led you towards PMP?
Got it. So this program probably was on my mind since last year. And I also tried a little bit of self-study and tried to take another coaching, but really nothing worked out. And then I was involved with my work. So I just thought I didn't want to invest a lot of time on this and just left out of this radar. Well, earlier this year, it was agile. I started investing a little more time. But I wanted, really, to be honest, a coach to get to know, because there's so much mocks outside, and I was not really able to understand where to go, what to do, or there was no direction to do this or do that, or probably there was no direction. So that's when one of my friends recommends, and I thought, I'll watch your coaching calls.
Which friend? My student?
It was just a co-worker. Yeah, he was like looking through the coaching calls, and then so I was just looking through your coaching calls, and I found it very beneficial. And that's when I started approaching you. Yeah, I knew that unless I have a coach or probably a mentor, this is not something that I would do on my own space, or probably I'll have that student syndrome and extend it maybe till the next PEM work is out.
Yeah. Okay, so you joined the batch 11.
Yeah.
So people are asking, like, even now batch 12 is performing outstanding. You saw a score of Ishwari and Atur. They like people have cleared, but batch 11 has something. They are in the magical place. You see, like 90% or 85% of the student in the batch 11 was big. Like we have 25 students, and the majority of them have cleared. So what do you say? What specially thing led all of you to clear the exam? With everyone with all above target.
Batch 11 has been really good. We also had an internal group where we used to help each other out or probably have questions. talk to each other. I also had some of the friends actually, personally message me stating that how are you going on with your progress? I mean, book as soon as you get the go ahead, don't delay. So it was been a great batch to work about. I have good friendships. So yep, and the batch 11 has been really supportive and everything. I think we have internal mentors or probably people that we can reach out to. That's also helped us to be a little more successful.
Okay. So the material we went through in the batch, day 1, day 2, day 3, 4. So that material is enough for the PMP exam. I know the
Yes.
score says, but is it enough for the PMP exam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is definitely, materials are definitely enough. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit more exam, then I'll come to the mocks. So talking about more of the exam part of the area, which area was most highlighted?
I felt there was communication, there were stakeholders, there was agile. It was more hybrid, I felt, than agile. A lot of percentage of hybrid. There was no MBTI. There was no personality questions or anything. It was much more on hybrid stakeholder communication, people, and more of like in servant relationship, leadership mentality about how you would coach.
More exam were towards people
Yes.
dominated area, team, stakeholder communication, okay, and team moving from productive. And how many questions were from risk? If I go to towards the other domain, risk quality.
Maybe 3. With quality, yes. Quality, which quality? I would say maybe around 10.
Procurement?
Procurement, yes. At least I had at least 6 to 7.
Okay.
Procurement.
And compliance, the questions on compliance. Business, that is basically business. Compliance was heavy.
Yeah, compliance also like 5, that range, 5, 6 range.
5 is a good amount of questions.
Yeah.
Ask me, 5 is a good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there had governance, PMO, governance,
we cannot show
yeah.
the exact question.
Yeah.
Okay. What about scope, schedule, cost?
Just on analysis first. I mean, they would already give you what SV or CPI is. They just wanted to analyze. I had a couple of them where it's the agile and we have to like calculate and kind of make assumptions whether it's, based on that, they would ask you questions on where the project performance is.
Okay, makes sense. Totally makes sense. Okay, now let's talk more about how many drag and drop questions were there?
2.
Were they easy?
One was a little different than I've ever seen, but the other one was pretty easy.
Okay. And any hotspot mean you have to select on the graph?
1. It was more of like a stakeholder impact, those kind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any fill in the blank?
No fill in the blanks.
No fill in the blanks. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now we did a good amount of mocks. So my Udemy mocks, those 6 mocks,
yeah.
How relevant they were to the real exam?
I felt it was more of your mocks and also prepcast. I felt a little bit of prepcast was also, I mean, especially my exam, I felt that wordings it was a mix of prepcast and your 6 mocks.
Okay, so both were important. Like that's
yes, very.
I actually give prepcast only for one reason, the framework.
Yeah.
Like you get used to that timer and 60 questions. This is one of the reason we are working on this. But as Ishwari said, and you are saying that my mocks are becoming more and more relevant because actually I'm making mocks according to the feedback you guys are saying more towards the team domain. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sinu, one final advice for the all PMP aspirant. One final advice.
I think it's pretty much same as everybody has mentioned, is to don't overstretch it, don't delay it a lot, just because we will never finish up studying or having all the questions on answers. So as long as you're working hard and if you once you give the go ahead, I feel that they should just book the exam the next day and finish this off.
Thank you, Sinu. Now 3 things, as I keep on saying, each one teach one. Your batch is very sporty, but there's still people. I saw just 6 to 7 people, I guess, or maybe more. They are still there who needs your support. You need to support them. Some of are like they are very near. Still 2-3 people are almost on the borderline. They will be clearing in this week or next. But other people, they needed more push maybe from your side. So I highly recommend the first priority of you is to support your batch, push them, motivate them, that we get over with all of them. Then batch 12 is there. Few of the students of batch 10, 9, 8 are still there. So also support them. You are in the group, you are in the community, keep on supporting them. Because always remember, what we give back, it comes back to us in multiple times. Each one, teach one. First thing. Secondly, I want you to write PMP questions. Okay. I want you exam like question. Thirdly, you worked very, very hard. I know, I actually know how hard you worked. So now is the time to relax, enjoy with your family. And thank you, Sinu. Thank you once again for choosing us, and best of luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Amir. You've been a great support throughout. Thank you for being an excellent coach. I've never seen a coach like this who has actually continuously mentored and followed up in my entire career life as well. So, yeah, well, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.